Hello and welcome to this video where I will be showing you how I start up my Concorde from FSLabs on my flight today from Oslo Gardermoen to Dubai International. Inside the cockpit we have requested ground power and ground air, but I haven't connected anything on the panels yet. And I've also set up my fuel and weights. So the first thing we're going to do is head back to the engineer's panel and the DC panel and open up for ground power. Silencing the alarm and setting up the inhibit. The second part I like to do, or the second step I usually go directly to, is to align my IRSs, so you can do that while I am busy doing other things. For this instance I will just press Ctrl I to make it auto align, and then it will place it back into align when it goes automatically into nav mode. Simply because the automatic align it stops at 4, I believe, and I want it to tick all the way down to 0. Just gonna let it do its thing, and then I'll put it back into a line. There we go. Okay. The next thing I want to do is to open up my route. We're going to Dubai, so this is the right one. Now we got that loaded, I can just remove this. Turning on my air data computers. Turning on my transponder, setting it to 2000 for now. I don't have any ATC online at the moment. Next thing, I will go into my fuel panel and set up my fuel panel properly. And we have a zero fuel center of gravity of 52.99. There. And our zero fuel weight is 84.25. And we're setting up our weight and fuel on this panel as well. And our zero fuel weight is 84.259. And we have 86 tons of fuel aboard. $86.64. Which will give us 179. Okay, so I'll actually put one more. There we go. Round it up. And I will set up my we'll set the tank 11 load limit indicator to 10,500. And I also need to be moving fuel backwards before takeoff. And we can start doing that now. And I'll watch for 53.5 on our center of gravity. This is a point where it's really easy to go do something else and then you come back and then you have overshot your mark by a long shot. So I've learned my lesson, and I don't move into other panels before this is done. We're almost there. 53.3, 2 more to go. There we are. Okay, our fuel panel is now set up for start. Let's see here. And our IRSs has aligned fully, so I'll put them into nav mode. Setting debow. Setting our radios. Since there's no ATC, I will go into Unicom 122.8. Initial climb is 7,000. And we're taking off from 01 right. And it will be a Moss 9 Bravo departure. Starting engines 2 and 3. Looking for an N2 of 12 for adding fuel. Okay. Removing D-bow. Waiting for the engines to spool up. QNH set. Pull up. 907.
Pull up.
Adding batteries. Generators. Hydraulics. Bypass. Going to set up for cross-bleed engine start for number 1 and 4. We have 4 good starts. The next thing we're going to do is to set up our fuel flow and P7 bugs. Fuel flow will go for 20.7 on 1, 2, and 3. And 20.3 on number 4. And we'll have 40 psi on 1, 2, and 3 here. And 39.6 on number 4. Go. placing the systems into the blue system. Nose down 5 degrees. There we go. You're ready to start taxi. I'll be pausing it here and meet you on the runway. We're coming up on the runway here now, and we're getting ready for departure. Takeoff monitor on. 8% on reheat number 4. Reheats earned. And we're ready to go. 3, 2, 1, now.
Airspeed building.
Got to
100 knots. Power set. V1. Rotate. V2. Positive climb. 240 knots.
Okay, so well, that pretty much does it for this video. I hope to see you again in the cockpit sometime soon. Have a nice day.